Hey, Coach.
Hey.
Vic Lombardi.
Sorry?
With Vic Lombardi.
Hey, Coach. You always talk about rebounding. You dominated that department tonight. How nice is it having all that length? Even JaVale didn't play, but still, my goodness, you guys just look like a much bigger team now.
Yeah, to your point, Vic, I think it was a plus 18 rebound margin, 49-31. That had a lot to do with the win. I thought the 32 assists, only 10 turnovers was also a big part of the win. And, you know, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, that's your starting front line. And then when you can come in with, you know, JaMychal Green, Paul Millsap, as you mentioned, JaVale didn't even play in this game. He's only going to add that much more length and rim protection and rebounding. So, you know, that team, Atlanta, has been playing really well. I think they were 9-2 in their last 11. And for our guys to go out there, first quarter was just kind of like a shootout at the OK Corral, just back and forth, not a lot of defense. But after that first quarter, I think we outscored them 95-67 and did a much better job of defending that three-point line.
Next, we'll go to Mike Singer.
Hey, Michael, all five starters finished in double figures. What impressed you the most about how seamlessly they adjusted to playing alongside Aaron?
Well, I think we kept it simple, Mike, but what I loved about it, we had countless possessions where we just had great ball movement and body movement. And Aaron fit right into that, making really good, timely cuts, making plays for his teammates. And I told our guys in the huddle, when we play like this, offensively, I think we're really hard for teams to guard us. And when we're locked in on the defensive end and we're rebounding, you know, we become a really tough team to beat because we're playing at a high level on both ends. So that was a fun game for us. And I thought we played from beginning to end, for the most part, we just played for each other. And when we do that, we're a fun team to watch.
Next, we'll go to Ryan Blackburn.
Coach, it feels like every defense nowadays needs that one guy that can sort of tie things together as a switch defender that can go 1 through 5, 2 through 4, whatever you want to call it. When you're in those disadvantaged situations with guys mismatched, how easy is it to rely on a guy like Aaron Gordon in those situations?
Yeah, it's you know, that's one of the reasons that we wanted to go out and get Aaron Gordon. And, you know, you had to give up, you know, really talented players like Gary Harris, like R.J. Hampton to make it happen. You know, there's not a lot of guys that can do what Aaron Gordon does. You know, we had that last year in guys like Jeremy Grant and Torrey Craig. And so what Aaron brings to the table is that defensive versatility. You can switch him onto a guard like Trae Young and feel pretty confident that he's going to be able to stay in front, contain, and make him make a tough shot over a contested hand. So, you know, that's the way the league is going. Positional versatility on both ends of the floor. I mean, you look at Aaron in Orlando, he was playing the backup point guard for them. So very versatile player. Thrilled that he, JaVale, and Gary Clark are all here. Thankful to get our first win with those guys. And I just want to make sure people know, you know, JaVale didn't play tonight. And I talked with him today about that. And what a professional. And 4 minutes to go in the game. And it's a 20, 30-point lead, whatever it was. He says to the coaching staff, hey, listen, man, tell coach if he needs me, I'm ready. And I've been in the league a long time. That guy's won 3 world championship rings. And that speaks to the professional that he is and how selfless that he is. He goes, whatever coach wants, I'm ready to do. So I respect the hell out of that. And I think that bodes well for our group moving forward.
Next, we'll go to Leonardo Torres.
Coach, it's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Congrats on the win. Coach, after Gary Harris trade, Facu Campazzo will have a new role on the team?
Was that a statement or a question? I couldn't tell. Yeah. Facu, you know, obviously right now, prior to the trade deadline, no Monte Morris, no Gary Harris. Facu's minutes and role have really expanded. Obviously, Gary's no longer here. R.J. Hampton's no longer here. Monte Morris is still hurt. So we rely heavily with our bench unit on Facu, on PJ, on Jermichael, on Paul. Those guys are, and I thought that unit played really well tonight for really being the first time that they played together. I didn't think it was, why waste any time with Aaron Gordon coming off the bench, starting? Let's throw him out there. Let that starting group create an identity, and let that second unit create an identity as well. And obviously, Facu, 27 minutes tonight, 5 assists, 2 steals, and some really good defensive possession. So, he's an important part of that bench unit.
Next, we'll go to Matt Moore.
As exciting as this was, I think, to start a new era, Coach, was there any part of you that found it odd to go through game day without Gary Harris?
It happened, it seems like a week ago, but it happened a couple of days ago. And, not having Gary around in New Orleans, not having him at our meeting. And I tell you, man, I said this the other day, I don't know if you guys really understand the volume of it, but that was an emotional goodbye for Gary, for myself, and for all of his teammates and all the coaches and staff that have worked with Gary. 6 years with the players, a long time in this business. And, I thanked Gary as I was hugging him, and we both shed a tear because he had such a huge impact on us changing the culture here and going from a team that was a non-playoff team to becoming a team that went to the Western Conference Finals for only the 4th time in franchise history. So we all owe Gary Harris a ton of gratitude because of everything he did here on and off the floor. So yeah, it's weird not having him here, not having RJ here, but change is inevitable, Matt, as you know, in the NBA, and you have to embrace it. I wish nothing but the best for those guys in Orlando, and I'm just happy to have JaVale, Aaron, and Gary here as we start a new era with the Nuggets.
Coach, you got time for one more? We'll go to Vinny Benedetto.
Hey, Michael, just I guess what were your expectations for Aaron coming into this, and how would you rate his performance?
I thought for the first game with a new team and going through a couple of walkthrough sessions, I thought he was terrific. And as I told him after the game, he's only going to get more and more comfortable and confident with that group, with us. It doesn't happen overnight, but watching him tonight, his IQ, his ability to play without the ball, his movement, his cutting, his athleticism. We ran a little ATO with Nikola, handling and Aaron setting and getting him on the rim. He's just such a versatile weapon. So I thought overall for his first game, he was outstanding. And I think he's only going to get better. And before I leave, I just want to give a shout out to Bob's Bar back in the neighborhood. Appreciate you, Bob.
Thanks, Coach.
No idea what I'm talking about.